Hello everyone, how are you doing? Hopefully better now that you're not following sheep, or one of them, hopefully. But I can't assume one video will convince anyone. So, today we will be discussing another topic, relevant, and I hope it doesn't offend you, but it's religion. Wait, where'd my intro go? Oh yeah, that's right, I got a new one. I was just at a wedding where the priest was actually proposing to the people that they need to be led like sheep. And this is what I'm talking about. It is around us everywhere. They want us to just blindly follow. And religion is one of those areas that happens to be part of it. I'm not saying all religion is bad. It has a lot of good to come with it. It's just certain parts of it are what I disagree with. Each religion obviously practices differently, but they have many core aspects in common. You know, belief about a God or transcendent being and what you should be doing with your life. And those are all good things. I believe that which unites all of the religions are core things that we need to take with us. Most religions have texts that they consider holy and are thought of to be true, although they consider it true because it was gifted from God or from their disciple Messiah person. Then after these texts were written, they had to be translated and copied. And in the case of the Bible, monks were doing this by hand. Imagine making copies of thousands of pages of a book every day. You're bound to make some mistakes. I don't know if you've ever tried it, but if you ever go on a translating site and translate something to Spanish and then from Spanish or whatever language, it doesn't come out very well. And back in the day when they were doing these original translations, I'm sure they must have missed plenty of things and altered it in ways that would benefit the person who was altering. People in religious places aren't immune to how power can corrupt people. Most religions throughout history had power and could have very well used that power to control the masses and make them sheep, like they're even preaching today, that we need to be led. Who's thinking? If God does exist and has given us a brain, why would he give us a message 2,000 or so years in the past to just follow and not have us use our ability to think rationally about that message? People believe about the creation of the world in 7 days. Well, if you lived back in that time, you couldn't exactly say the world was created by a lot of heated rock flying together and melting, and over thousands of years, people wouldn't have understood that. They didn't nearly have the level of science we have today to help explain those things. So yeah, I do believe that the story has some merit. It's just not to the T. Everything in the religious text needs to be taken with a grain of salt due to these differences. You need to actually use your mind to think about what seems true. Another common thing for most religions is that theirs is the correct one and the only path to salvation. Well, if that's the case, then a good deal of the world is damned to hell just because they happen to not be in a place that knows about the religion. I'm not here to have you go against your religion or try a different one, just to question what is taken for granted in your religion, what is taught, so that you can decide what works for you. You shouldn't be bound to the accept all of it or none of it rule. Take what you want. Use it as you will to improve your own life. Religion is supposed to be a guideline for your own life that you accept and want, not a set of rules that you have to obey all the time to avoid punishment. You're not a child. You can think and act for yourself. And please, leave some comments on my videos. I haven't had any relevant comments. If you like it, if you don't, if you have a question about something, I'd like to start more or less a discussion about these topics. And feel free to subscribe. If you don't have a YouTube account, it just takes a couple seconds. And if there are any other topics that you'd like me to talk about, please leave it in the comments and I'll consider it for a future video. Have my squeaky chair! Ah! Take it. Oh. Take it with. There's only like one comment on there, and like, no, I'm cracking my knuckles. What am I doing?